I always I always forget to connect the amplifier to that. So, hello everyone. Oh my goodness, I'm pleasantly surprised. There are 5 people here. Unheard of for a long time. I have to celebrate. I will have my favorite protein bar in the honor of 5 people. Oh, I spoke too soon. 3 people. So, so we have 3 people. 3 important people. So you can fire up your questions and I'll do my best to answer. All right. Sorry about that. I had to connect this thing and hope that it'll stay to charge me phone. All right. Now let's see what we have. Kamran is here. So, Miran, how you doing? Thanks for asking. I don't know. I goofed a few nights ago. I usually take my blood pressure pills every day, and then I go visit my mom, and then I go to the gym. A few nights ago, I was busy, and one thing after the other. Eventually, couldn't go to mom on time. I went to see her a little later, and then right after that, I went to the gym and did a heavy, nice workout. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I came home, parked my car, and then I realized, oh, my pills are in my pocket. I never took them. So, so I freaked. So I hope he hasn't had any negative effect on, I don't know, any capillary anywhere in the brain. So far, I'm alive. I talked to the nurse online and she said, no, if your blood pressure didn't go up. And she said, if you don't take it once and go work out, nothing happens. But because I had a history that a few years ago I wasn't on medication, I did a heavy workout and then I couldn't remember a few things. I kind of freaked. But right now I'm okay so far. I have a stiff neck, but that could be because of the training or sleeping with two pillows instead of one. So my head was all this. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm still here having my chocolate with you guys. So living with uncertainty. It could be the last show, and who knows? Who knows? Biswajit. Hello, sir. Myself, Biswajit from India, age 29. Thank you for that. Kamran, you forgot. And Biswajit says, I have HOCD issue. Every day I'm checking my sexuality. Biswajit says, how can I solve this? You don't need to solve it. You need to educate yourself what HOCD is. And help your brain to rewire the glitch malfunction in the signaling system of the brain. It's not difficult. I have the videos on the channel. I don't know, maybe 1,000 videos. I don't know, many. So you can watch them. Just type in OCD or HOCD and see how many videos come, and look at them and watch whichever you think is relevant to your question. And then definitely watch Dr. Schwartz's 4-step video that I have prepared to help you to understand better and help the brain to rewire itself. So it's not an issue. It's an intrusive thought. Millions and millions of people get it, whether they're heterosexual, they get it. If they're homosexual, they get it. It's just something that the brain does when it's malfunctioning in its part of components, and it can be rewired once you educate yourself. Jean-Pierre Lanouille, am I pronounced it right? Says sup. Well, sup yourself. So let us know your age, gender, and where you're tuning in from. Jean-Pierre says, Male 17 from Quebec, Canada. Merci beaucoup, monsieur. And that's the extent of my French. So don't come back speaking French here. I will not figure it out. I gotta use Google Translator. And Kamran says, any advice on how to get used to living life alone again after being in a long-term relationship for 2 years? I've been feeling lonely and can't seem to get back into a routine by myself. I feel lost. Well, get a map and see where you are, where your street is, and put a point on it and says, this is where you are. This is where I am. What do you mean you're lost? You are how old? How old are you? Cameron, you haven't said that. Come on, guys. Give me that info at the beginning. So, whatever age you have, for 2 years of it, you were living with your girlfriend. The rest of it you didn't have. So, you're an expert in living alone. In 2 years, you forgot how to do things as you always did. That's not normal. Of course, you know how to live alone. You're an individual full of energy that you should be and full of things for you to do at age 25. Here it is from Indiana. The fact that you have changed the order, that's the problem. Now, I'll explain. I'll leave this, the last bite, for a little later on. So, I've explained to you before, I'm sure, in my videos and on live stream, but I explain again. What you're missing right now is not necessarily the girlfriend. Yes, partly yes, because of the physical interaction, the mental interaction, the things you guys were doing together and during the day and all that. But all that translates into the order of life. Before you were with this girl, you were single. When we were single, you and her and everybody else, you have a certain mechanical process. The things that you do during the day, you wake up, you clean up, you have your tea or coffee, you have your breakfast, or you go to a little restaurant or cafe, you take a bus or you drive your car, you go to your school, or you go to your work. After that, you go to a gym or you go to your friends, socialize. Whatever it is that you do, these are mechanical processes. Through these mechanical processes that you do it every day, you create a routine. This routine becomes the order of your life, the way you live. And your mind finds security, because mind and body both are looking for security since God knows when. Your mind finds security not the same way as your body finds security, which is in safe physical environment. That's where your body finds security. Your apartment, the door is locked, you're in good part of town, it's safe physical environment, your body finds security. But your mind doesn't find security in the same way. Your mind finds security in the order of things. The things you do during the day, the routine and the order. Now that she has left, because before you guys got together, you had a certain routine, certain order. When you guys got together, you had to compromise. She had to compromise. You were intruding in her order and she was disturbing your order. But you guys compromised and you created a together order, a compatible order, a compromised order. A new order was born when you guys got together after a short while. Now that you guys are separated, that order that you guys had created is broken. You cannot create that order anymore because you took two to create that order. Texting each other, doing things together, talking together, and all this, depending if you guys were living together or not. but there are things that you were doing together. The order belonged to you, needed two people to continue it. But because you guys are not together, you cannot create that order. Yet the brain wants the security but doesn't have the order to be feeling secure. So what does the brain do? It says, well, they broke up, so I don't need security. No, it says, I still need security, but where can I find that order to feel secure in it? Not in the actual life, but the brain knows it still exists in the memory. So brain goes into the memory, and everything in the memory is recorded, just as it's always been, and finds security in the order that exists in the memory. While it's in the memory and finds security in the order that exists in the memory, who else is there? She is there. So when the brain finds security and notices her being there, and since it cannot tell the difference between virtuality and actuality of life, so it believes everything is hunky-dory and everything is the same. So when it sees the girlfriend in the memory again, the prerequisites for desire to be born is triggered, as that has also been recorded in the memory. That file is triggered and reopens, and the brain cannot tell that these are recording of the file of prerequisites for desire to be born. It thinks it just became available. Then it desires her again. This is the sequence of why you're desiring her, not necessarily her. Through the order, you get tricked back into desiring her because the desire file is freshly open and you comply to that prerequisites, and then you want her again and it becomes a little bit more pronounced. So what do you have to do? You got to get the brain out of the memory. How? By creating new order outside in the actual life. Because the problem was that there was no order in the actuality of life. The brain went to the memory to look at the order that already was recorded there and existed there to feel secure. Now, create new habits, new mechanical process, new hobbies, new things that you like to do to create new mechanical processes through which you create new routine, through which you create new order. And then the brain will find security in the actual life through the new order you have created and doesn't need to go into memory, and you won't be missing her because you're now busy with building and creating new things in the new life, in the new actuality of life with new efforts. That's how you begin to learn and become independent from the old order and enjoy your life as you always did, even better. Okay. Ash says, yo, what's up, my man? Breakfast time for me, so I thought I'd drop in. Good of you to drop in, Ash, and hope you'll have a good day. You're up. What time is it there? Hmm. Very early, isn't it? Like 8 o'clock in the morning. You going to work? You have work? You found work? All right. Kamran says, thank you for explaining this, Miran. It means a lot and helps me understand a lot better. I think I'm partly struggling depression as well. So that's probably not helping me. Well, depression. Did you have depression before or it's after the breakup? I had it before and now it's back after. Well, okay. Explain a little bit more. Did you have it before? Was it clinical depression? Were you taking medication for it? What was the reason for depression? Was it just you felt lonely and then you found a girlfriend, depression went away? What was it? Explain a little bit more. And then in the meantime, I'll go to the other questions till you get back to me. Steven says, hello, Marin. Hello, Steven. Ash says, it's actually 6 a.m. I'm going to work out to the sound of your educating poor souls. And then I am going to eat a protein rich breakfast after I shower and the apply for some jobs. That's the plan. Good plan. Keep it going, my friend. Steven says, mail M42 Los Angeles. Thank you for that. Hmm. I'm still waiting for Kamran's response or any other question. Please don't all of you answer my question together. One at a time. One at a time. Why are you so quiet? No sound coming out. Well, I know it's very busy and you're all apprehensive to express your views. And when there's so many people, 4,000 people. Oh, sorry, it's four. Okay. My bad. Ash says, by the way, Mehran, have you been adding steroid to your tea? You look fucking jacked, brother. Actually, I am jacked. I am jacked. And, I'm 68 years old and I am jacked because I go to the gym every night. I hope I can continue going. I hope I didn't damage myself for having worked out without my blood pressure pills. I'm freaking out at that one. But I go to the gym every night. I enjoy it. It's my protocol, and I'm hooked on it, and I really thoroughly enjoy it. And I work good, work decently there, and especially when I go see my mom, I feel kind of sad afterwards, and during and afterwards, seeing my mom like that, and her, seeing her there lonely in a way, like because she doesn't like to socialize too much, and her English is not that good anymore. It used to be perfectly fine, but she's forgotten that. Um, so I go there and I feel, rather sad. By the time I go there every day at 4 o'clock to take mom out for a little outing if it's sunny, and then for her smoke, and then we come back in for her dinner. I fix her dinner and make it good pieces and crush it to make sure it's easy for her to eat. Her teeth are not as used to be. And then when she finishes, then again we go out, sit down and chat. We go outside for her another smoke. And then we sit inside a little bit. And then when she wants to go back to her room, I take her there. The nurse comes, takes care of her needs, and then we kiss her. I kiss her for that day and I go. And so after that, I'm pretty much downwardly energy. I want to change my energy. I go to the gym and I renew the energy with workout. And so naturally it comes here. However, I am on TRT because all throughout my life, my testosterone level was way up there. And even though at age 63, 64, my testosterone was over 18, 19, still higher at some younger generation, but it wasn't enough for me. So I was feeling kind of, low mood, and recovery after gym was like 3 weeks. and sluggish. And my son had suggested to me 10 years before, says, Dad, I remember how you looked like when I was a kid. You were going to the gym and all that. That's not you, your energy level and everything. But I didn't listen until eventually I said, yeah, okay, I guess I got to do that. And since I've done that, things have changed. My recovery is same day, if not the next day. Um, Energy is to the hills, back on track. So that's probably has a lot to do with combination with my workout. So now I feel like, and I also inject NAD, which is through my naturopathic clinic that I go there. And I also get intravenous um, minerals and vitamins and so on. So my son says, I want to keep you around that. So, so that's the regimen every week. And I have noticed that the skin, all the feeling of it, the texture of it, everything has changed. It's like um, getting younger. Now, if I don't die because of the goof I made, I worked out heavy without my blood pressure pills, haven't burst anything up here, I should last a little longer. So that's the story, my friend. This is what you see. And Ash says, I understand how you feel about your mom. I'm experiencing the same thing at the moment. I never used to worry about this stuff, but I see her every day now, and it's hard to ignore her getting weaker. I'm glad to see you in great health, though, Mehran. Okay, a 68-year-old normally should have no business looking like that. He could bend the lamppost with his bare hands. But you've done this. You've done it. Well, thank you very much for the vote of confidence, Ash. Now, on that note, uh, I also want you to take good care of yourself and become the man that you've always been and the man that I know you are. Work out, get your stuff that you need to get together, and take care of this other stuff, mental stuff that I'm sure you're perfectly capable of handling. You just got to go through it. And if we die, we die. Let's put it that way. And now we go back to Kamran. Kamran says, I was just depressed and was really lonely in my life. Then I met this girl, and it made me want to improve my life for her. But now she's gone again. I'm back to being depressed. All right. So your depression is not clinical depression, is a mood and lack of motivation depression, which means you try to kind of fix it up by relying on some other things to bring you dopamine, the girlfriend, the excitement of it, and all that, which tells you with this breakup, you can't rely on other people to keep you up and keep you happy and content to life. You need to have your own reasons to go through this journey of life, as short as it may be. This is your journey, and you don't need to tag along and be on the coattail of some chick here and there because you have a girlfriend now, you have motivation, you're happy, and that means if she goes, you're back down to zero or low. That's a yo-yo complex. I mean, that's a yo-yo effect. You're up, and then if the yo-yo goes down, then it's down. You got to be able to keep yourself up with your own propellers, and that would be your own purpose in life. What the hell makes you happy? Just to be basics, healthy, be able to afford to have food on the table, have a place for my own, and then have as much education as I want in things that I want to learn. And then you're going to apply all those to things that you want to accomplish in life to advance. And then in the meantime, when you do accomplish all these things, you get that confidence level, you become happy on your own, independently, not as a condition of having this car or that house or that money or that girlfriend. You will be independently happy. Then the girls will actually be attracted to you because you don't seem to need them to be happy. You are happy, and they come to you to become happy, to suck up your energy. And that's the kind of girl you don't want either. You want a girl who's already made it clear for herself how she can be happy in her own good life. And then you have made yourself happy with your own reasons in life. And then you two, having been happy before a relationship, you get together and build on that. Whether it works or not, it doesn't matter. But your purpose to go into a relationship should not be to become happy because she's there. You should be happy before you go in there. And the same thing with the other girl. So right now you figure out what is it that you want to accomplish in this life. And having a girlfriend and getting some every night, that's not enough. Because once you get that and she decides to go and fuck with somebody else, then you're fucked. So you got to have the basis covered, which is your plans for life, your accomplishments, your goals, things that you're interested personally, and then accomplish those or on the way to accomplish them, be happy because of those plans and so on, and then also get into a relationship and bring the balance of physical and mental, and the journey in your life would be a little bit more balanced. And Kamran says, essentially, I was getting most of my happiness from this woman, but now she's left me. I'm back. Okay, yeah, struggling with self-love. No, don't. The reason that she was important, because you gave her the importance, because you desired her. It is your desire that makes a woman important. On herself, on her own, she hasn't done anything to be so important. Has she what? Fed the children, saved the elderly, uh, cured common cold? What has she done that she's so high and mighty? Nothing. Your desire to be with her makes her important. Same thing as I said before. Is apple important on its own because it's an apple? Or apple is important because of your hunger for apple? You're hungry. Your hunger makes apple important. If you're not hungry, that apple that you passed by the store yesterday while you were hungry and you wanted that apple so much, if you're not hungry, you pass by the same store, same apple, you don't give a shit. So is it the apple that is important on its own? Or it's your hunger that makes the apple important? Is the girl important and amazing and better than you on her own accomplishments in life? Or it's your desire to be with her because you're programmed for procreation, you're programmed to love a woman, you're programmed to want to be sleeping with her and be intimate with her. Your desire for her makes her important. Otherwise, how come the other girls are not so important? Because you don't have desire for them. So the source of her importance is you, your desire. So you are the most important thing here. So she's not the reason for your happiness. You are, because you are the one who give happiness to other things because of you. All right, having said that, let me open that window. It's a little warm in here. All right. And Stephen says, I honestly don't understand her. She sends another text saying, don't you think the right thing to do would be to ask her to get her stuff? No. I told you you're not listening. Either answer her and say no. You had all this time to come and pick up your stuff, but you're a narcissist and you want to play games, and I have no time for that. And it's been months after you have left, and I have thrown everything out because I want to have nothing to do with you. Unless you say this, as I said, You will be like a yo-yo in her hand, and she will play with your dick and your brain, which seems to be the same right now. You can't think. All you're waiting for her, a text. The reason you don't block her because you're hoping for her to text you. Then to do what? Go suck her shoes? Have respect for yourself. Say the right thing would have been you not going fuck with another guy. That's the right thing. Not telling me about not throwing your shit out. Hmm? There you go. And Steven says, since this entire breakup, I never once reached out and walked away. It's been so hard for me to do this. I honestly wish she would just want to fix things and saw how she's made me feel. You're looking for sympathy. You're looking for apologies and justice from the person who actually is the perpetrator. You need to get your dick out of that idea of being with her. As long as you're sucking up to this idea and you think the remedy is for her to come and talk to you or say sorry or shit like that, and you don't want to exercise backbone, then you will be stuck like this. The way you behave would show you where you are in life. If you want to cut it out, you got to cut it out with her, not just ignoring her whenever she contacts you, but you leave it the open for her to contact you. So yeah, and this is the narcissist behavior. She keeps wanting to have a reason to reach out for you, to have you suck up to her shoes, because whenever she doesn't feel good, she's rejected, she doesn't get anything, she wants to have you to kind of show some emotions, to come here, shit the rest of the poo-poo on your head and go again, and then come back again. Unless you cut that rope, you're going to be stuck and you won't find another girl. Steven says, too bad you didn't live closer by. I'd love to go to the gym with you, Maran. Yeah, but first you got to get rid of her, because I don't want to be fucking talking about her all through the workout. It looks like that's what you're going to be doing. I have a new gym now across the Universal Studio. It's really nice, and I'm going 3 to 4 times a week. I finish my workout in the sauna. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, my gym has some kind of a waterbed massage type of thing, and I've never used it. And it's very cheap. It's $15 a month, but for that kind of a stuff, the extra stuff like I don't know, I don't know what they have even. The spa thing is $24 a month. So $15 Canadian, you can't beat it. It's very good. And Kamran says, thank you for that great advice. I will try my best to take action, find a path for my life, and learn how to be happy and enjoy life on my own before I look for someone else in the future. Fair enough. You can always be sure that if you go on my site, make an appointment, we can have a one-on-one on Skype, and then we'll discuss what's concerning you one-on-one. HM says, hello, Mehran. Hassan 22 Saudi. Hello, Hassan. Good to see you here. I'm having this stiff neck, and I hope to God I'm okay, because I feel otherwise good. Just a little headache and stiff neck. The way I slept last night was 2 pillows instead of one, so my neck was kind of extended. I hope it's not related to the mistake I made working out without my pills. HM says, I have a girl that I love. I have a crush on. Oh, that I have a crush on. I talk to her on message, but she's always cold and replies after a long time. Stop texting her. Should I do the same? Stop texting her. Yeah. If she ever texts you, don't answer for 2 days. Just double the time that she takes to answer you, whatever it is. You got to do the same. What are the principles of texting? There's no principle. You just be honest and say what you want to say. But with girls like that, who seem to want to suck up your energy and enjoy themselves, or perhaps they have few attention here and there, or if you're inexperienced at age 22, you're hot and horny for anything that you see, and they know that. They're going to use that. They're going to make you wait, and so on and so forth. Because we men like women, and so it's easy for them to get attention. But for us to get attention of a woman is not that easy, because we are visual, and we see a pretty girl. That's enough for us to be attracted. They're not visual. They get attracted by a little bit of a eyesight type of thing, but the rest, how you treat them, how you talk with them, their ears. So, and you say, what if she never texts? Then the hell with her. You go on. She's not the only woman on earth. At this age, you get a hard on for a tree, for God's sake. So it's you being excited and wanting her is not an evidence that she's the right girl. You're going to be excited about any girl you see. As long as she smiles at you, you're done. So knowing that will make you understand that she's not necessarily all that, because almost any girl is all that to you at this age, or any age, pretty much. All right. It chances sometimes she writes, I miss you, out of a sudden, all of a sudden. Well, then you just play the game. She's a player, and let her come forward by being cool. Just step back. Don't be so available. Let her ask why you're answering so late. And then say, I'm just busy, and you don't seem to have enough interest in us getting to know each other. So I don't like to waste your time or mine. We're friends, and that's good enough. So whenever we get a chance, we can text. Otherwise, it doesn't seem to have a priority in my life, because I like girls who pay attention to me and they're cordial in their emotions. Something like that. And sometimes she writes, I miss you, out of a sudden. Is this a way to hook me back into give her attention? Yes, it is. And Kamran says, have a good evening, Mehran. I'm going to bed. Thanks again for everything you do. My pleasure, and have a wonderful evening. Guys, we've answered all the questions. It's been almost about 50 minutes. I think that's enough for tonight. So it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here, giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to our next live stream. In the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Subscribe on my channel, visit my channel, and go through the videos that you might be interested in. Mind@seekstruth.com is making it one step away to talk to me one-on-one on Skype and discuss what's concerning you. I'll talk to you soon.